Hey, what's up? This is Scott Phillips from the band Alterbridge, and you are watching Rocknlive. The tour's been fantastic so far. This is, let's see, this will be our 7th show in, and we feel great to be here. It's been, let's see, 2 years now, I think, since the last time we were over here. So we're certainly glad to be back, love this venue, and really excited about the future of this tour and the record in general. With this record, we did set out to try and do something a little different than we had done in the past. You know, I think each album we've progressed as musicians, songwriters, and this record, I think we really wanted to try and explore a more musical side to Alterbridge than we had done in the past. Be it song arrangements or tempo shifts or time signature changes or any of that kind of stuff. Things that we kind of shied away from before, we wanted to try and explore this time. We wanted to try, different arrangements. If a song was 8 minutes long, then so be it, as opposed to trying to fit a certain mold. I think it was, something that we consciously wanted to do. Not to the point of losing what Alterbridge sounded like, or alienating the fans that we had already gotten through the years. But we just wanted to try something different and give ourselves as well as fans, something, maybe something they weren't quite expecting but would enjoy.
Don't tell me you can save it in the end. There's nothing you can do, 'cause when it's gone, it won't come back again. But you don't listen anymore.
I think that song, the riff itself, just lended that drum part to it. Just a more up-tempo, something a lot different than we had ever done in the past. A little more double bass work. Just felt like it needed that up-tempo, you could imagine the pit kind of swirling in front of you as you play it. It just had that vibe. And when Mark first started playing, and I think that's what he was looking for. It's a lot of fun to play. It's not overly complicated, but it's definitely a fun part of the night. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's kind of especially the image on the front, which looks like anything but a fortress. It looks like an old shack that's just sort of in the middle of sort of a vast wasteland, if you will. I guess there's a couple of different ways you can look at it. It's certainly fortress. We felt like this does solidify us as being a band that's going to be around for what we hope would be a long time. The other one, the one that I kind of took away from it is no matter what your fortress looks like, if it's a cardboard box, if it's being a literal fortress, a house, a castle, whatever, your fortress is whatever you make it. It's whatever you feel comfortable in.
If only I'd said this long ago. If only I'd found a way to tell you all the things you should have known. But you were loud.
I guess so. Sure. You know, I think we're all very busy these days. With Miles doing Slash in this, Mark doing Creed in this, and Tremonti Project. You know, myself doing Creed in this, and then I've got this project called Projected with a couple of guys from Seven Dust. We're all very busy these days, but I think, you know, Alterbridge will always be a priority for us. You know, once Creed broke up the first time back in 2003, you know, Alterbridge was our main priority. And not to say that Creed wouldn't be a priority or won't be a priority in the future, but you know, as of right now, Alterbridge is very much in the forefront of all of our minds and what we're concentrating on. Don't plan on going away anytime soon. I think we all are still hungry as musicians, as a band. You know, we're very pleased with what we've achieved and over the last 10 years, and you know, from playing you know, small clubs to finally, you know, achieving some success, and in the UK playing arenas, and throughout Europe, you know, venues that are great like this, and you know, watching it continue to build is something that we're very proud of, and want to continue to try and do that, and not just sit back and go, all right, we've done it, so be it. You know, I think we still strive to get better as a band. You know, find new fans, be better players, and that's probably the biggest driving force for all four of us, is just striving to you know, get bigger and better. With Elvis, this is the third record that he's produced for us. The first one that he's actually mixed. I think when we started working with him on Blackbird, the second Alterbridge record, we realized that he got what this band was about. That he wasn't trying to conform us into something else. He wasn't trying to change us into a hit type band. But he really understood and appreciated the musicianship that we were going for, and tried to develop that as opposed to, you know, contain it. And that was something that we really appreciated in him. He's got a great ear for tones. He's got a great head for songs, and you know, isn't afraid to voice his opinion. If he's got an idea about something, he will step right up and say it. And we all respected his opinion very early on, and felt like until something just didn't work, that he would be the guy that we continue to work with for years and years to come. He gets what this band's about, and fans seem to appreciate his work too. You know, I think once we start hearing from fans that, you know, oh, this album isn't as good as the last one, and you're just doing the same thing or whatever, you know, once we stop pushing each other, once he stops pushing us, then, you know, maybe we would think about making a change. But for now, he's you know, one of the greatest things that's happened to this band. We've been trying to work on that. Right now, we are doing currently about 4 to 5 songs off of Fortress. And we've been trying to work in, as more time goes by since the record came out, we've been trying to work in more songs that we think people would be familiar with. So tonight, I think we'll probably add in a new song or two that we haven't played before. From the previous records, We tend to do, I think we do 3 or 4 off of One Day Remains. We do 6 or 7 off of Blackbird, and we do 3, I think, off of AB3. And we're trying to rotate that up too. We've got, good God, 12, 24, 50 plus, between 50 and 60 songs, I guess we could choose from. So we need to be a little more creative in picking different songs every night and making sure that fans get what they want to see, but that, fans that travel from show to show to show don't just see the same show every night. No. We always, I think from very early on, we always wanted Alterbridge to stand on its own as Alterbridge and not, not Creed with a new singer or not the Mayfield Four with a new band. That we weren't gonna do each other's songs. We really wanted this to stand and be its own thing. We've always kind of continued with that. So no, there won't be no Creed stuff tonight, or no Miles and Slash or any of that kind of stuff. Everybody really seems to enjoy them a lot. We've done, I think, 5 or 6 total throughout this tour so far, and they've all gotten a really good response. Cry of Achilles, which is the first song off of Fortress, seems to get a really great reaction. And then Waters Rising, which is a song off of Fortress that Mark sings on. He's the lead vocal on that. We've been performing that for the last 3 or 4 nights, and that gets a great response as well. I think everybody is really excited to see Mark sing in an Alterbridge song. I think so. We've talked with a gentleman that's done the last 2 or 3 live DVDs that we've been a part of, and I think we're gonna, as opposed to just filming one show, I think we're gonna film a bunch of shows and we do a lot of documentary footage along the way of traveling and fans and whatever else ensues, and put together a sort of a documentary type package where it's not just a live concert, but everything that goes along with a live concert and a tour in general. I don't know about a new Creed record. It had been talked about last year and something that we planned on, and for whatever reason, whether it be bad planning or bad timing or whatever, we just didn't get a chance to record anything. And Scott's gone on now to do, he's doing a solo record which comes out pretty soon, I think. We obviously have a new record that we plan on supporting for as long as we can. I think after this record and tour, which will go through probably all of 2014, after that, I'm sure that Miles and Slash will be doing something. I think Mark will probably do another solo record, and then I think following that we'll probably start working on a new Alterbridge record sometime towards the end of that year would be my guess, but I don't know. We just trying to get through this year right now and get plans for the early portion of next year and make sure everybody's calendar lines up so we'll all be in the same place at the same time. Um, Thank you so much for supporting us. We will always try and come back here as much as possible, as long as there are fans in France. We will come back and continue to perform. And thank you so much for checking out the record. If you haven't yet, it's out now. We certainly look back to many repeat trips here in 2014.